Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we have a rain team for you all that features a little odd Pokemon down in the bottom right corner called Beartic. Now Beartic has seen almost no play in Regulation MB or Regulation MA for that matter of Pokemon Champions. But today we're going to give it a little bit of love on this rain team, because Beartic indeed has the ability Swift Swim, which doubles its speed in the rain. Give it a couple really good attacking moves like Icicle Crash, Close Combat, and Rock Slide, and this thing's ready to tear some stuff up with its with its 200 attack stat. It's ready to go nuke some things. So here's the team. Pelipper, Archaludon, Swampert, basic rain stuff. Beartic is here for, big nukes. Klefki's here to set screens, and I know most rain teams use Grimmsnarl, but I like Klefki because it itself can set the rain without having to rely on Parting Shot into Pelipper to set it up. And it can also provide valuable speed control with Thunder Wave into something that somehow may be faster than our Swampert or Beartic, like an Unburdened Sneasler that already used its White Herb, or something like that. And Sinistra's here for some much needed healing and a little bit of utility into other Trick Room teams by being able to, turn off the Trick Room. But with all that said, here's the stats one more time. Team IDs at the top of the screen, and let's just get into the battles. Alright, here we go. Let's get matchmaking. And if you haven't noticed already, the Beartic does in fact have a Life Orb, boosting its nuke damage even further. Alright, first matchup. Will it be a Weather War? I'm kind of excited to try it, a Weather War. Oh, it is! We have a Sand team among us. Okay, I'm kind of excited to try out a Weather War almost, just because, I want to see what it's like having Klefki to set up the rain through Prankster, and also Pelipper to have it there on the switch-ins. I think I want to lead with the Klefki, just because I do think he's going to lead the Tyranitar, because if I lead the Pelipper, then he'll just Mega the Tyranitar and get sand right back up again. But the Klefki will move after a potential Tyranitar Mega, so we will be guaranteed to get rain up that turn. And I also want to lead the Beartic, just because I don't think that he'll know. I just don't think he'll know. Because, in the event he leads Tyranitar, right? I'm just going to click Close Combat, and I don't think he knows Beartic's moveset. Because, who knows what a Beartic normally runs? Beartic isn't seen on the ladder. But in the back, we are just going to follow it up with, your typical... I think maybe Pelipper or Archaludon, either Pelipper or Archaludon or Pelipper Swampert, just for more weather control. And I think I do want to bring the Archaludon just so I can have Electro Shot into that bird in the Primarina. I do hate to leave Swampert behind. Little known fact, Swampert is my favorite Pokemon of all time. So it does kind of suck to leave it behind, but it's for a worthy cause. Alright, turn one. We face down a Staraptor and a Raichu. Now we play the Mega Guessing Game. Who's gonna Mega? Nobody knows. I also don't know what I want to do this time. It's just a guessing game, right? If he's gonna Mega the Staraptor, then I should probably Icicle Crash and Thunder Wave it. So if he's gonna Mega the Raichu, then I should Rain Dance and Close Combat it, I think I'm gonna Rain Dance just so that I'm faster and everything, and just rip. Just gonna rip a Close Combat into the Raichu and hope it works. It is Mega Staraptor. Okay. Rain Dance is still coming out. Raichu actually goes fake out into the Klefki. Rain Dance will not be coming out. And the Staraptor will move next. Staraptor uses Tailwind. Interesting, interesting. Close Combat still coming out into that Raichu. Is it sashed? Nope, it just doesn't KO. That's fair. I mean, it is not stab. So even though Raichu is literally made of paper, I can see it not KOing. So I think on this turn, we're going to get a Reflect setup, and we are going to swap into Pelipper just to get some rain up automatically and also have like super effective pressure into this Staraptor. I know, I see the Raichu too, but it'll be fine, just trust. After it does go for close combat into the Pelipper slot, Reflect is up, and it's resisted, so it doesn't end up doing that much. It does raise its defenses though, which is very scary. Volt switches into the Klefki, which is A-okay with me. Volt switching the other slot would have led to just a couple more issues. I think on this next turn I definitely want to paralyze this Staraptor. I have lied. I would like to get my weather back. We are going to go for Rain Dance. We're gonna go for Rain Dance, and do we want to get damage here or try and get some sort of speed control back? I think I want to go for the damage on the Tyranitar here. Rain boosted stab Weather Ball isn't gonna be too kind to it. Close Combat comes back out into the Klefki. Does about half of its remaining HP. Now Staraptor is getting very, very bulky, which is scary. He knocks off my Light Clay. But I don't think it matters too much because I already have the Reflect that I want up. Weather Ball does not KO the Tyranitar, but it does some really good damage to it. Now, as Klefki's final act, we are going to get a Paralyze off onto this Staraptor. We're going to get a Paralyze off onto the Staraptor as we go for another Weather Ball to hopefully take out the Tyranitar. Staraptor is going to be paralyzed. So even though it's in Tailwind, his speed is cut in half. Rock Slide comes out next. Pelipper lives the Rock Slide due to the Reflect. Now will the Pelipper move before the paralyzed Staraptor? They are under Tailwind, so Staraptor still might move first. Close Combat comes out. How much will it do to the Pelipper? It will take out the Pelipper. This Staraptor is just getting so bulky. But his Tailwind has petered out. And now I have Rain with my two attackers. Okay. I think a high priority right now is getting rid of that Staraptor. Because it is very bulky and we are very weak to close combat at the moment. Electroshot's going to do a lot, but I don't know how much it actually will do because of Staraptor's triple special defense boosts. But I also really want to get rid of that Tyranitar. But I'm gonna Icicle Crash the Staraptor. I see it as more of a threat here. And he does read that I'm gonna do this and goes for Protect into Staraptor. Icicle Crash comes out into the Protect. Electro Shot will also come out into the Protect. But this is more okay because we're getting the special attack boost here, guaranteed. Tyranitar probably goes for a knockoff into one of these mons. Goes for low kick into the Beartic. Beartic barely survives. He barely. I'm sorry. I'll stop. But we are going to go for Rock Slide this turn to hopefully get the KO onto the Tyranitar, along with going for another Electro Shot into a Staraptor that can't protect. Fly Forb, 200 attack, Rock Slide, non-stab. Oh, we will never know if it will KO the Tyranitar. Because out comes Raichu. Rock Slide does come out and finishes off the Raichu. This does mean he will get his weather back up. Beartic is getting dangerously low on health. Out comes our Chaudon's Electro Shot. This is +2 now, so we've almost negated his special defense boosts. Electro Shot into the Staraptor, leaves it with just 5% health. Staraptor goes for close combat into the Beartic. Okay. And now it is our Chaudon, not in the rain, versus the world. The Staraptor is still very slow, but this is also a 3 against 1, and he will have his weather. This is not looking very good for us. But I still have faith. I think that with a miracle, we can pull this off. How many turns of Reflect do we have left? We still have 3 turns of Reflect. Okay. I believe that getting rid of the Staraptor should be our top priority here. So I'm going to Dragon Pulse into it and just hope that it does not protect. If either of these Pokemon protect and we get the call right, I think we are in a very good situation. Oh, I'm scared he's going to protect now. I'm going for the Tyranitar. I think Staraptor's going to protect. Staraptor does not protect. We get the KO onto the Tyranitar. Okay, we do still pick up a KO, but close combat is not going to be taken lightly. With Reflect, we take it a little better. We just gotta hope his last Pokemon is like Primarina or something. Something that we can beat very easily. Staraptor is buffered by the Sandstorm, so now it will be a 1 versus 1. Our Chaudon versus what will be in the back. It's Primarina! Okay. Now we are not under the rain, which means we are not able to use Electro Shot, but we have the Flash Cannon, which hopefully could 2-shot the Primarina. Now Primarina does have Moonblast, which has a pretty good chance of just taking the KO on our Chaudon, but we're just gonna hope that doesn't happen. Send the Flash Cannon, it's all we can really do. Protect is just delaying the inevitable. Flash Cannon comes out, and +2 it does not KO the Primarina. Primarina. Citrus Berry comes out. It will use Moonblast. Will our Chaudon eat it? It will not. Okay. So, game 1 didn't go as we wanted it to, but I feel like we learned a fair bit from that game. Although close combat's a strong move, Beartic using close combat without stab doesn't get the close combat experience that one would expect. Now, it's still a very powerful move, don't get me wrong. It's just not something that we can consistently rely on to just pick up naked KOs. This is a Trick Room team. Okay. Okay. For this game, I believe he's going to lead probably Incineroar for Rigorath. And seeing that it's a rain team, he'll want to bring weather of his own in the form of Abomasnow or Torkoal. And then either his Mega or Basket Region. So I think I need to bring multiple forms of weather control along with Sinistcha to help stop Trick Room. And as much as I want to bring Mega Swampert, I'm scared of that Abomasnow. I think it's got to be Archaludon again. Okay, we're going to lead Archaludon and Sinistcha. We're leading Sinistcha to hopefully negate his Trick Room, since he cannot fake out the Sinistcha with Incineroar. And then we will bring Pelipper, and I'm actually just going to bring that as my form of weather control. And I'm going to bring Mega Swampert hiding in the back, hopefully safe from that Abomasnow. I believe Archaludon can do more outside of the rain than Swampert can, so that's why we're leading it. Show me Rigorath and Incineroar. There we go. Right on cue. We see the lead that we're looking for. Intimidate doesn't do much to either of these Pokemon because they're both special. So, turn 1, we're going to Dragon Pulse into the Incineroar and set up. Now, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we set up a Trick Room of our own here, expecting the Rigorath to set up Trick Room. This would be the greatest read of all time if this were to work. I'm sending it. This could backfire so royally, but I think I believe in it so much that I think it's going to work. Life Orb Incineroar, that's an item that exists. Sinistcha use Trick Room. What will the Rigorath do? Oh, Rigorath use Trick Room. And now the twisted dimensions are normal. Now the real question is, will he do it again? And you know what? I think, yeah. I think he's going to do it again. I think he's going to Trick Room, and he's going to Parting Shot into a Weather Pokemon. So we're going to once again Dragon Pulse into the Incineroar slot and go for another Trick Room. Because I think he's going to do it again. I really do. Let's go for it. Look up, he's Protect. Oh no! We're setting up Trick Room for him. Look out on Dragon Pulse into the Incineroar slot, but now he's going to Parting Shot into one of his Weather Pokemon. He doesn't Parting Shot. And we don't get Trick Room up! You know what? That turn didn't work out half bad. Okay, now we're going to send in Pelipper, get some rain up, and we are going to immediately switch out. Once again, we are going to send a Dragon Pulse into the Incineroar slot, hoping to pick up a knockout here. And we will send in Mega Swampert so that when he inevitably brings out a Weather Pokemon, we will be able to negate it by bringing Pelipper back in. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Weather Wars. Dragon Pulse comes out into the Incineroar, picking up the knockout. Rigorath probably going for the Trick Room. Rigorath does successfully get off the Trick Room. And he will be able to bring in one of his Weather Mons here. Will it be Torkoal or will it be the Abomasnow? It is Torkoal. Now, the real question is, does he go for an eruption, or does he solar beam into the Mega Swampert? Doesn't really matter because I'm going to switch into Pelipper, negate his weather entirely, and go for... I want to say Wave Crash into the Torkoal. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think we're gonna swap to Pelipper, activating Swift Swim isn't good. We're gonna switch to Pelipper, negate his Sun, and Wave Crash into that Torkoal. If he Solar Beams, it's going to take 2 turns. If he Erupts, it's not going to deal that much damage. So I feel like this is a pretty safe play. Swampert, Mega Evolving, activating Swift Swim, which will make it move last pretty much every turn. Burgraph goes for the Protect. Too bad we weren't targeting it. Torkoal goes for Eruption. How much damage will it do in the rain? Not a lot to these water types. Now Wave Crash coming out into the Torkoal. Will it pick up the knockout? Yes, it will. Most Torkoals don't have Sash. I don't know why I made that suspenseful. Torkoal exits the battlefield and Swampert takes a huge amount of recoil. Is his final Pokemon. It is Mega Mawile. This is scary. Mega Mawile gets huge power, and Swampert is on a not very healthy HP. And we still have a lot of turns of Trick Room. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to swap into the Archaludon and protect the Swampert this turn. We got to try and stall out this Trick Room. Swapping, protecting, and attacking where we can see fit will be crucial to making it through these Trick Room turns and being able to obliterate the rest of his team once they're done. Protect from the Swampert comes out. Who will Mega Mawile target? It uses Swords Dance! Oh no, I've made a mistake. Burgraph Thunderbolts into the incoming Archaludon, but all that does is simply raise its defense. Mega Swampert is suddenly in a really bad position, because now it will definitely die to anything this Mawile has to offer. Mawile gets Play Rough, Iron Head. I don't know if it gets a fighting move. I feel like it got Power Up Punch in the past, but I don't know like what it gets now. Does it get Drain Punch? I don't know, but I am definitely scared, to say the least. So for this turn, I'm going to Electroshock the Mawile, believing he's going to attack the Swampert slot. 2 turns left of Trick Room. I am okay sacking a Pelipper here. I can live with that. I believe he's going to attack in the Pelipper slot. Does use Play Rough, and down goes Pelipper. That is okay though. Twin Beam comes out into the Archaludon, but all this does is raise our defense twice. What is he doing? Archaludon is just becoming more tankier by the minute. Eventually, his huge power will just be negated. Electroshock comes out, coming into the Mawile. Special attack going up. I don't think this will be enough to kill Mawile, but I also don't know what his defensive stats are like. Electroshock into the Mawile does about 81%. Okay. And for the last turn of Trick Room, I'm sure you guys know what's coming. It's double protect time. Stall out one final turn of Trick Room. Here we go. Protect, protect. Now, the real question is, what is he going to do when we get out of Trick Room? Will he just try and play it out? Or will he try and set Trick Room back up again? And that is a scary question. Because if he tries to set Trick Room back up again, I think he'll protect the Mawile and go for Trick Room with the Farigiraf. So I should double into the Farigiraf. But if he wants to just play it out, attacks with both Pokemon, I risk losing a Pokemon to the Swords Dance boosted Mega Mawile. I'm going to split my targets. We're going to Electro Shot into the Farigiraf and High Horsepower into this Mega Mawile. We're guaranteed to move before the Mawile with Swampert. I believe we're faster with Archaludon anyways, but just to play it safe. He does Sucker Punch into the Archaludon, but we're already +3 defense. Because of the Twin Beam and the Thunderbolts from earlier. Sucker Punch doesn't do anything. Archaludon boosting its special attack again as it gets ready to take fire at this Farigiraf. And Farigiraf will not go down to the Electro Shot. Eats its Citrus Berry and does set up Trick Room again. But you know what? That's okay. Because now all the Pelipper can do is stare down 2 powerhouses without a spread move. And watch as his trainer decides to forfeit the match. Good game, Job. You tried hard. Okay. I don't know if that was a good match or not, honestly. I feel like I played decent, right? In stalling out the Trick Room. But also he Twin Beamed my Archaludon. So I just don't know what to say. This is an odd team. We have Mega Staraptor, who is a very fast Pokemon, along with a bunch of Trick Room attackers and a Sinistcha who can potentially set up said Trick Room. Okay, we don't have to worry much about weather in this game, so we are going to lead with Pelipper and Beartic, of all things. Because Beartic's Icicle Crash can do huge damage into a Staraptor or a Sinistcha looking to set up Trick Room. Now what it can't do is deal huge damage into a Torkoal, which is the only scary part. Pelipper sets up the rain here and can also Hurricane into either, well, Mega Staraptor or Sinistcha. The only scary thing is if he gets Trick Room up, what to do about the Torkoal that will inevitably set up the Sun. Because if I'm not leading Klefki, I don't believe I should lead it, or I should bring it, especially into a Trick Room team, because Thunderwave's not going to do a whole lot. So I'm going to bring my own Sinistcha for healing purposes. And we are going to bring... Nope, we're not. We're bringing the Archaludon and the Mega Swampert. We're going all offense, baby. Let's do it. Archaludon will help with the Sylveon, and Mega Swampert will give support for the Kingambit and the Torkoal. I suspect either Staraptor or Sinistcha in the lead. It is, in fact, the Staraptor that we expected. And so game plan for this turn is just double into that Staraptor. Do not let it live this turn. Staraptor will not see the light of day. Hurricane and -1 Icicle Crash coming out into this Staraptor. Staraptor Mega Evolved, making it weak to the Hurricane. But it is still slower than this Swift Swim Beartic, who is lightning fast right now. Grimmsnarl sets up the light screen, but that's okay, because Beartic isn't a special attacker. Icicle Crash comes out into the Staraptor. How much will it do? We are intimidated, but it still does 90% to the Staraptor. Now imagine if we hadn't been intimidated. Staraptor close combats into the Beartic. Beartic, you've done your job. You have helped us eliminate this Staraptor. Hurricane will come out and finish the job here. Good job, Beartic. You've done good. Hurricane comes out, finishes off the Staraptor, and now their main sweeper is gone. They do not look like they fought a Trick Room mode this game, so I feel good about leaving the Sinistra behind. Now, for what to bring in next, he does have the light screen up, but he's going to set Reflect up the next turn as long as he doesn't Parting Shot. So I don't think it matters which type of attacker we bring in here. But looking at the rest of his team, I think I value our Chaladon coming in here a little more than I do the Swampert. Because I believe he probably has Sylveon and either Kingambit or Sinistra in the back. Yep, and Swampert would not love to see this Sinistra. Okay. He either sends out a Rage Powder or a Matcha Gotcha here to protect his Grimmsnarl or whatever it Parting Shots into. So we're just gonna play into that. We're gonna play into that Rage Powder and go for Hurricane and Electro Shot, which Electro Shot is a little greedy, but it's for the special attack boost, and I do believe that both of these moves should be able to take out the Sinistra. Hurricane comes out into the Sinistra. Will it pick up the KO by itself? It will not. Okay, Electro Shot was clearly a little greedy here. Just trying to get some special attack boosts, but it clearly wasn't worth it. The Grimmsnarl also hasn't moved yet, which is very surprising. Maybe he's going for Spirit Break? Sinistra also hasn't moved yet either. The Sinistra seems to be going for Trick Room. Pelipper special attack fell, and Sinistra has activated the Trick Room. So here we are again, playing out a Trick Room matchup. You hate to see it, but you love to see it at the same time. Because I fortunately have not set up Tailwind yet. So for this turn, we are going to Wide Guard to protect ourselves from any unwanted Matcha Gotchas, and Dragon Pulse into this Sinistra. Hopefully pick up the KO here. Wide Guard comes out. What moves next? Will it be the Grimmsnarl? The Grimmsnarl does move next, but the Pelipper stays alive. It lives the Spirit Break. Sinistra moves next, but Wide Guard protects us from the Matcha Gotcha, denying Sinistra any necessary healing. And Dragon Pulse moves next, knocking out the Sinistra, hopefully. Yes, knocking out the Sinistra. Now, what does he have in the back? Is it the Torkoal? Show me Kingambit. It is the Torkoal. This is not going to be an easy matchup. We need to get Pelipper out of here at all costs. Pelipper needs to leave the field, and this Archaladon needs to click Protect. Swampert can eat a resisted eruption, even in the sun. Archaladon rips Protect. What will Torkoal do? Torkoal goes for Solar Beam. Oh no! It was into the Swampert slot. Oh yikes! Swampert does not live the Solar Beam, as one may expect. Wow, that's a little unfortunate, but at least we get our weather back up. Pelipper will be coming back in. So he will not have his usual weather moves at his disposal. But he will be able to eliminate my Pelipper before it can move, if he so chooses to do so. I believe for this turn we want to Weather Ball into the Torkoal, and I don't know if this Grimmsnarl can do anything else right now other than Spirit Break. So I don't think it is all that threatening. We're going to continue attacking into this Torkoal. I have made the wrong move. I didn't think he would protect. I didn't think he would protect while he's in Trick Room, because why would he, right? He wants to take advantage of his Trick Room turns, but I guess I was wrong. Electro Shot will come out into the Protect, still giving us our valuable special attack boost, but unfortunately not letting us deal any damage. Okay, now that we are +2 special attack, Flash Cannon will definitely KO the Grimmsnarl when he turns in Trick Room. This is the last turn of Trick Room. So I do believe, what screens we got left? We still have lots of turns of Light Screen. So even though I'm +2, this Flash Cannon has to KO. I'm +2 and it's super effective. Even though it's through Light Screen, I think this is going to KO. And I don't believe Grimmsnarl has Protect. Grimmsnarl never run Protect. Eruption comes out into the Archaludon, dealing about half of my health. But my defense rises, so Spirit Break will do a little less than it normally would. But down goes my special defense, which is a little bit hurtful for this Torkoal. Flash Cannon has to KO if I want a chance here. Flash Cannon does not pick up the knockout. Oh no. The Twisted Dimensions have returned to normal, but there's still a big problem in the form of this Torkoal. And I can't face it one-on-one. I'm going to Electro Shot into the Torkoal to reduce its eruption damage. Spirit Break will not KO, and hopefully after this 3-stage boosted eruption, 2-stage boosted eruption, it will not either. The Grimmsnarl used Parting Shot, thinking that it'll be its last move here. But as Archaludon's special attack rises, goes into the Torkoal, does good damage, but Eruption still comes out and deals a good chunk. Was that a crit? Oh my gosh, that is so unfortunate. This is not a good situation. Okay, I have to try and predict something. I believe it's a 50-50 here. If the Torkoal decides to protect and I go into the Torkoal, I lose. But if the Torkoal doesn't protect and I go into the Torkoal, I win, because this Grimmsnarl is not threatening. But if the Torkoal protects, then the Grimmsnarl will be threatening enough to KO. Now I still believe going to the Torkoal is the safer play, but I could try for a hard read of a Torkoal protect. I don't know. I'm going to do it. I'm going to read a Torkoal protect, and we're going to Electro Shot into the Grimmsnarl. Torkoal used protect, and the game is won! Electro Shots into the Grimmsnarl, preparing to use Spirit Break. Archaludon's special attack rises, and Electro Shot will do more than enough to KO this ape, or whatever Grimmsnarl is. And all Torkoal can do is watch as his last hopes drive away, and even the light screen wears off to add insult to injury. Wow. To think that whole series of events started because Beartic was able to wipe out the Megastaraptor, which gave us so much trouble in Game 1 today. Now, I just want to thank all of you for watching this video. I know we might not have gotten as much Beartic showcase as we might have wanted, but I do believe it played its part to perfection and did its job, especially in that third game. So if you guys enjoyed the video today, I'm going to have to ask you to subscribe, like the video, and leave the comment. I am overwhelmingly happy about yesterday's video's performance. I couldn't have expected that in a million years. First time uploading to a channel that's been inactive for 4 years. I had no idea what to expect. Maybe 100 views, 10 likes, and a comment. But at the time of recording this, we're over 6,000 views, 250 likes, and 30 comments. That is crazy. And it's all because of you guys. So thank you so much for your support. And I hope you'll continue to keep watching as time goes on. So thank you very much for watching today's video, and I will catch you in the next one. See you later.